So I'm really happy. I've got one of the big iPhones. I think most of you, see, so there's some phones right there. You're texting, you're emailing. We're all doing work all the time. It's OK. Keep going. No problem. We have laptops. We have tablets. We've got everything, and the world is getting more and more connected. So that's amazing. But our experiences are not. They're disconnected. So the experience is fragmented on phones and laptops and watches. I've got the Fitbit watch on right here. And then think about the problem of, if you're a developer in the room, think about your problems. Like, oh my God, how am I going to write the code that's going to run on the watch? And is that different code? Do I have to also write it for the phone, for the iPhone, the Android phone, all the different versions of those phones? Do I have to write it for Macs and PCs? And you're probably going to prioritize and say, I'm not going to do it all. But everybody wants that experience to be everywhere. They want it to be unified. They want the apps to not be disconnected. And that's why, if you've ever been to Dreamforce the past couple of years, I've dressed up in these silly suits trying to be Lightning Man. It's very, very embarrassing, but it's incredibly embarrassing, things I do for this company. But that's why we've done Lightning. That's why I have been spending so much time. That's why I dress up in those silly suits. That's why I get so excited, because we've delivered a platform and a user experience that's unified. It's one platform. It's one experience, and it's also one ecosystem. It's pretty incredible, and we've had incredible momentum on this. We just launched it last Dreamforce. Last fall in September in San Francisco, we launched Lightning. Since then, 90,000 customers have adopted it. Now, what I mean by that is I also honor all of you, that I'm not going to say, bam, you're all on Lightning, and imagine if I did that to you. You probably wouldn't like me very much. If all of a sudden you woke up in the morning, all of a sudden your experience changed and your tooling changed a little bit. I really want all of you to move to it, by the way. But you move when you're ready. And new customers are moving in droves. 90,000 customers. Another number I'm really proud of is mobility. So we have the most used mobile application, enterprise mobile application ever. 1 million users are actively using our applications on mobile devices every month. That is a lot of usage. And then talk about componentry. So as you're a developer and you're building apps, and there's a lot of components and a lot of technology we're building to this platform that we are giving to all of you so that you can customize it and you can build your own apps. Now, if that's not enough, because I only have so many developers, and I know that my engineering managers keep saying they want more and more and more because they want to do more for you, we also have partners who are building components, and they're extending our platform. It is an open ecosystem. So again, we're leveraging our ecosystem to do more. And if you come to Dreamforce this year, these numbers are going to be even better. So what have we done with Lightning? One of the things we've done ourselves, because we always like to use our own technology, is we have taken our service and gone into industry verticals. So last Dreamforce, we announced Financial Services Cloud. It just went GA last month. That's fast. We built it in a year, we launched it, and then it went GA for the financial services market. Many of you in the audience are probably from financial services companies. There's also healthcare companies. We also announced a healthcare offering. Same thing. We leveraged technology, Lightning platform, to go lightning fast, to build these new applications and deliver success in these industry-specific verticals. So we did it in health. But what I'm really excited about today is that here in DC, I get to announce that we're bringing Lightning to the government. We're announcing Government Cloud Lightning, a specific offering for the government that obviously, number one, is trusted. Okay, trust is really, really important. I talked about that in the values earlier. In the US federal government, there's even more trust that's needed, and you understand why. And so I work with a lot of agencies, a lot of CISOs, a lot of CIOs here in the US federal government to make sure that we are not only FedRAMP compliant, but that we keep going. We do things like CJIS support, and there's a lot of acronyms here. Many of you know them, but we continue to go further and further into more compliance and more security so that we can serve all of you in a trusted way. Super important. It's also fast. Now, fast has many connotations. Fast in the US federal government has a different connotation. Yesterday, I was having lunch, and I was saying, well, yeah, why is procurement, it's slow here? And they said, oh, it's not called procurement, it's called acquisition. And I was like, okay, well, what's the difference between procurement and acquisition? I still don't really understand the difference, so afterwards maybe you guys can explain it. But we're proud that we have a $700 million blanket purchase agreement with several agencies, with the GSA, HHS, and USDA. So thank you to those agencies for that. And what that means is we can actually do business and transact business, and you can be acquisitive with us in an easier way. So we like that, and that's good. We want to be able to go more quickly. And then it's also complete. We're doing very specific things for the US government, functionality that's important here, like federal case management. So that's awesome. Okay, now I've been talking a lot. We've heard about where we've been as a company and our culture. You've heard some stories about some successful companies. But now I want to actually get in. Would you guys like to actually see some of the technology? Because I think I would. And so now I want to get into two stories. Okay, one is on Accenture, and the second's on GM OnStar. So Accenture is doing some really incredible things with us. They're a very big partner of ours, and they're also one of our biggest customers. And so we have a film to describe a little bit what Accenture is doing with us. So let's roll that film.
We're living in a world where everything is changing quickly, and we need to be able to change as well.
Accenture's role is to help clients navigate this huge acceleration of pace through whatever industry, across industries, and on a global basis.
People care about what they're giving the client. They want to give them more value. They want to bring them better ideas, but it's hard to connect globally without the right tools.
Our teams didn't have the data and the insights to deliver value for our clients. We had to make a change. Our entire global sales team needed to be on one process, one platform. It was time to transform and digitize sales. Accenture and Salesforce had built up a very strong reputation for delivering value through the Salesforce cloud. And I wanted some of that.
We had this moment where we realized we just had to move quickly and raise our game. And that was one of the beauties of Salesforce, was because we could have that realization and implement really quickly. We went from 0 to 25,000 users in 5 months. I mean, that's just tremendous.
There are many solutions in market I could consider for this scale, this dimension of business, this global footprint, this pace, this agility I needed. And we went for the one where we had seen success.
We generate $30 billion of sales every year. What's really important to us is having all the tools integrated on a single platform. And we can pull that all together to really connect the whole customer experience.
Our salespeople need to have the very best capabilities and skills available all the time, everywhere, so the client can see the very best of Accenture all the time.
And that's what Salesforce enables our people to do. The platform is not about technology, it's about how people are going to use the technology. The capabilities are great and our people love it.
One of the major benefits we're already feeling is that we've unlocked data. Now a sales leader can really run their business from their phone.
We're able to get that information quickly, develop the insights, and deliver it to our clients faster than we would in the old world.
Sales Cloud Lightning handles the process of making sure we do the right thing much more automatically and much more intuitively.
I can take the data, I can play with it, I can look at the future from different perspectives in order to predict outcomes and drive opportunities.
I think this is having a tremendous impact on our culture in terms of us working intelligently, working smarter, and making our business more successful.
It's really making big feel small with the power of all the knowledge and experience that comes with big.
I always want Accenture to not just be on its best day, but to have its best day every day. Salesforce helps me give all of our clients Accenture on its best day.
All right, that was a great story. And to give you more color, I'd like to welcome up Lynne Zaledonis, Vice President of Marketing here at Salesforce, and our great demo team. Take it away, Lynne.
Great. Thanks a lot, Parker. Well, I'm a very proud alumna of James Madison University. So it's really, Duke Dogs, we have some Duke Dogs. I'm very proud to be back here in DC. As a matter of fact, my first job out of college was right here in DC. I worked for the US Tax Court as a clerk. So it's very many administrations ago, but DC is just as beautiful as ever before. So happy to be back here. But we're not here to reminisce, we're here to talk about Accenture. So Accenture has 370,000 employees worldwide. They're massive. And they are helping the best of our brands and the best organizations run their business. And Accenture is viewed as a technology leader. And they've chosen our customer success platform to run their business. So let's take a look at some of the products they're using to run their own business so that I can show you a path for success. Well, it all starts with the Sales Cloud. Sales Cloud is the #1 Salesforce automation application in the world. And it just keeps getting better. And it gets better because we get feedback from customers like you to make it better. And a great example of that innovation is Lightning Experience. And Lightning Experience is helping reps sell faster with more productivity tools, helping them sell smarter with embedded intelligence. And because you can customize the application, it helps reps work the way they want. Now, Accenture is the epitome of a mobile Salesforce, right? Consultants are always on the go in front of their customers, and they can leverage Salesforce on their mobile device with the Salesforce One mobile platform. I'm really excited about the most recent addition to the Sales Cloud family, SteelBrick CPQ. Now we have the complete lead-to-cash solution all on the platform. A lot of you probably create proposals every single day, just like Accenture does. So sometimes they're tens of thousands, sometimes they're tens of millions, but it's easier now with SteelBrick, because now you can take all that rich data that exists in Sales Cloud and create proposals, create quotes, leverage out-of-the-box workflows and approvals to automate processes. It's a really integral part of any of your sales processes. Now, we know how important sales is to all of you, and that's why I have a gift for you. So we've done extensive research on all the major trends, and we're helping you try and navigate this new and ever-changing world. And if you take a look at the screen, there's a number at the bottom. If you text that, you'll be able to download a copy of a complimentary report on the state of sales. And that's going to help you stay ahead of the curve as well. The next story is very near and dear to my heart. I've spent a decade in sales. I was here in this last life. It was quite a different experience than what we're going to talk about today. SalesWave helps you get access to information, but it wasn't always like that. In my past life, if I wanted the information I needed to be able to run my business, it involved me logging a ticket. Then I'd wait a week or two, get the information, and I'd take a look at it, and maybe there was something I wanted, like some more information about, a particular region. So that's another ticket and another 2 weeks. Frankly, that data was out of date before I even got done logging that ticket. Well, I'm here to tell you that the end of logging tickets is over, because with SalesWave, whether you're a vice president of sales or a sales rep or sales ops, that's now all available to you on your phone. You can get forecasting, pipeline trending, all the information you need to run your business. And all of this is possible because of the platform. The platform allows you to customize applications and allows you to build them. And the new Lightning App Builder allows you to drag components, Lightning components, to be able to build them easily. And when you're ready to push these out, you simply publish them to your customers, your employees, and to your partners. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. Today, with my data team, my demo team, we're going to build an application for you. We're going to do that live today. So that's my promise to you. So we've taken a look at what Accenture is using to run their business. Now let's see it in action. I'm sure you're eager to get to the demo, so let's get going. Well, in this demo, I'm going to be a rep from Accenture. And my manager is responsible for the entire healthcare division. So when she starts her day, the first thing she does is get her eye on the state of this business, right? And that's easy to do with analytics. With a tap, she brings up the SalesWave application, and she sees her favorite report. It's the pipeline waterfall report. Now, this pipeline report is showing her pipeline week over week, quarter over quarter, year over year. It's interactive and it's completely dynamic. Her eye gets caught by the red block at the top, as I'm sure you all did too. That's pipeline that's pushing out. So with a tap, she's going to get additional detail for that. And what she sees is, unfortunately, a big chunk of that is one deal, CP Healthcare. So that really puts her number at risk. But the good news is that she has a great relationship with them, and it's a very strategic company. She's confident we can get that back on track. So because SalesWave is interactive, she, right from this experience, is going to engage the team and tell them to get CP Healthcare back on track for this quarter. So remember how this worked in the past, right? You're logging a ticket, wait a couple weeks, you get that information back. Now you're calling around to try and figure out if it still slipped, what happened to it, and try and rally the troops to get it back. But now my manager has interactive analytics right on her phone. Well, I'm a rep at Accenture, so I'm just walking off-site from a customer, and I take a look at my phone, and I see that alert from my manager, letting me know that I need to get CP Healthcare back on track. So the first thing I do is send an email to my key contact, Laura, over at CP Healthcare. I got to see what it's going to take to get the business back in the door. Well, I spend a lot of time on my inbox. I probably live in my inbox. You probably all do too, right? This is no ordinary inbox. Take a look at this. This inbox is a whole new world. It's where your CRM and your email are combined for even greater power. Now, because I've integrated calendaring, I'm going to easily select all the available times I have to meet with Laura, pop it into the email. Then I send this email off to Laura, and when she gets it, she'll accept the one that she wants. And it seamlessly comes back into Salesforce, so I don't even miss a beat. If you talk to any rep at Salesforce, they're going to say this is their favorite feature. They say it's game changer. They tell me that the time it saves, not going back and forth to scheduling meeting, makes a huge difference. And I have to say I agree too. Well, I told you that your email has now become CRM. So take a look at that blue cloud. Right from here in my email, I'm going to get CRM information. Account information about CP Healthcare, contact information about Laura, and I see that opportunity that's in jeopardy. All right, well, I'm a consultant, so I'm always on the go, and I'm off to the airport. And when I drill into that opportunity, I can take a look at it and work on it on my phone on my way to the airport. Now, how many of you have gone to the airport and you plan to use that time on the plane to prep for the meeting you're going to? Anybody else procrastinate? Yeah, I saw some nods. Now, how many of you have gotten there only to find out that there's no Wi-Fi on the plane, or worse yet, it's spotty at best? Well, no longer do you have to panic, because the good news is with mobile offline on Salesforce One, I can continue to work on the plane in airplane mode, just like I would here on the ground. So now I'm going to go into my opportunity, and I'm able to see all this information. I can work on this opportunity with updating my next steps, my notes, all of that. I can see my sales path. I'm able to see my activity feed. Actually, let's take a look at the activity feed and show you what it is. There it is. There's my note from my manager. And good news is everybody's collaborating around that. And then when I go into offline mode, I'm able to continue to work on that same opportunity, right? I can update next steps. I can even move this deal forward. Then I can get back online, and it automatically syncs, and all that information is available to my team, whether they're in New York, LA, Washington, D.C., whether they're on a mobile phone, a Windows phone, iPhone, Android. Everybody in real time is seeing all this information, and we're all working to collaborate to get CP Healthcare back on track. Now, we've talked a lot in this presentation about mobile, right? Mobile first. What about mobile only? What about a phone as powerful as a desktop? Well, when I get into the office, all I have with me is my phone. And this is my favorite part of the demo, because it reminds me of my first job when we all worked on this big, huge computer, sort of like Parker had in his earlier slides. We took turns using one computer. We would get in line. We didn't have laptops, and we certainly didn't have mobile phones. Well, now the future's here. I can take my phone when I'm in the office and simply plug it into Microsoft Continuum. And now my monitor turns into my desktop, and there is no desktop there. Look how beautiful that is. And look, that's the new Lightning experience we talked about. And for people who are using it, you recognize this really familiar view, right? It's my opportunity list view. But wait till I switch it over to the opportunity Kanban view. This is a visual representation of my pipeline. And it makes it so easy for me to understand what it's going to take for me to hit my number. I see all my opportunities by stage, and at the header, I see what that amount is for that particular stage. And by dragging and dropping my opportunities, I'm able to put them into the appropriate stage, and it updates my forecast in real time. And any opportunities that need attention, my eye goes to the little yellow triangle. I see CP Healthcare. That one's in trouble. We get into that opportunity, I'm able to see that. Now, here's the same information we saw before, right? The sales path with all the particular stages. The stage tells me what I'm working on now and gives me tips for what I need to do. Shows me how long I've been in that stage. And better yet, it's going to give me tips for what I need to do to move that deal to the next stage. So Accenture can take their best practices, put it into Sales Path, and then everybody's working off the same processes. I have an activity feed. That shows me not only what I've done in this deal, but what my colleagues have done as well. So everybody who's working on this account, all that information's there. And I also see what I need to do next, and that's I need to create a proposal. Now, Lightning Experience has a lot of great benefits, and it makes it easier for me to work. And one of my favorites is Lightning Voice. Lightning Voice is going to allow me to make a phone call right from the opportunity page. So now it's in context to what I'm working on, and I'm looking at all the information I need for that conversation to move this deal forward. So I go to Laura's information, click on her number, and it makes a call automatically.
Hello, this is Laura.
Oh, hi, Laura, it's Lynn. I'm calling to follow up my email I sent you about pricing.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Yes, I got your email, and I'm actually just stepping into a meeting about that. I should have an answer for you by the end of the day. Okay if I give you a call back then?
Yeah, that's great. Look forward to hearing from you, Laura.
Sounds good. Thanks.
And then Salesforce automatically logs that call for me. So I'm not doing that data entry. I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is selling more time. And that's how Lightning Experience is helping me sell faster, sell smarter, and sell the way I want. So now we've gotten to the point in the presentation that I promised. For all of you admins, you're going to love this. The data team's going to help me build an application live using the new Lightning App Builder. And the new Lightning App Builder allows me to leverage Lightning components that I simply drag on to easily create an application. Standard components that are out of the box, custom components that you can create yourself, and ones that you can get from our ecosystem, the Component Exchange, by dragging and dropping them on there. Make sure you put SteelBrick on, please, Chris, because we want to make sure we create a quote later. Then, with a push of a button, I activate it, and voila. We've just built an application, and there it is for you on an iPad. So I'm at the final stages of my deal. I'm in the proposal stage, so I'm going to use that SteelBrick component to create a quote. And I can do that here on the go. I can do it on the fly. You can even do it right in front of your customers. I've now just taken this deal the whole way from lead to cash, all on the platform. I've worked really hard to come to an agreement with Laura on a price, but it's going to require a pretty deep discount. So I route that automatically to my manager for approval, and she can approve right from her Apple Watch. With this deal approved, I send it off to Laura. She can review this proposal, and she accepts the proposal. And that means that I've closed my opportunity, I've saved my deal, and I've helped my manager hit her number 2. And that is exactly how the Lightning Experience is helping Accenture run their business from their phone and connect with their customers in an all-new way. Back to you, Parker.
All right. Great job, Lynn. And hi, Mom. Not my mother. Lynn, great job. You really brought that to life, you know, the Lightning Experience, Lightning Platform, even the ecosystem with those SteelBrick components. So great, great job. And you know, that was really a story about Accenture, great partner. But I kind of want to bring it home to a local partner. Well, they're really a global partner, but they're based here. So I want to bring up Larry Prior from CSRA.
Hi, Parker.
Larry, welcome. You know, I had dinner last night with John Check from your organization. There's John. How you doing? Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us today. And thanks for dinner last night. That was fun. So CSRA is a massive corporation. I believe it was a merger of two. Could you tell us a little bit more? There are a lot of acronyms here in DC. It's hard for me to get them all. So maybe tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, we have 19,000 employees, but we like to think of ourselves as lean and agile.
Yeah.
We serve government, and we're the product of a consolidating industry. Part of our company spun out of CSC,
Yeah.
then merged with a company called SRA, and along that way, we decided to focus singularly, solely, and dedicated to the U.S. government. We have no distraction from the commercial sector. We love the business of government, and to do it well, we need to partner with companies like Salesforce, where you have great innovation, investment in research and development, and a deep knowledge of the commercial sector that we can help translate and filter and work with our government customers.
Yeah, well, that's what I need help here in DC. You know, I am distracted by the commercial sector, and I need people who are experts here. So what are we doing together here in this market? Maybe give some examples. Or
So a lot of our focus is less on sales and more on service.
I like that.
Thinking of the government use cases to help our communities, to help our neighbors.
Yeah.
So for example, we'll team with the Center for Medicare and Medicaid, who's walking across the nation, team with states to bring the Affordable Care Act and help with the health care of our friends, our families, and our neighbors. So we use Salesforce to help us serve all of those customers and navigate financing forms, pay.gov, and try to make it a good experience for all those folks who find themselves in a time of crisis, needing health care, and want to spend more time taking care of their families than filling out a form.
Yeah.
We'll also help folks like HHS, Health and Human Services, where we help with a provider database that says, how do we reduce any instances of Medicare fraud or malpractice by doctors? So think of the risks, the rule sets around that kind of data, who can access this and why. That was an out-of-the-box solution by Salesforce.
Wonderful, wonderful. So CSRA in many ways is in the business of providing service and providing advice in many ways on how to move forward in this world. So what advice do you have for the audience here?
So first and foremost,
Besides using you as their provider.
I won't go there. I say first, share the obsession on customer focus.
Yeah.
And less about selling to them than serving them, and trying to improve their user experience and try to make it as frictionless as they work with government as anything they experience day to day off those mobile phones.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why we've spent so much time with Lightning, really to try to help figure out how to move your user experience forward. Larry, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your partnership.